Hi there. Today I have my vintage Louis Vuitton Drouot bag. I think that's how it's pronounced, Drouot, not sure. There's not that many videos about this bag out there, so everyone pronounces it different. So I'm not sure what's the proper way to pronounce it. It's a beautiful bucket bag. Unlike the other bucket bag, this one does have a zipper. Very smooth zipper. This bag is actually a little over 20 years old, and it was passed down to me by a family member. I wasn't sure what I was gonna do with the bag at the time. I wasn't aware that you could replace all the leather. I've had it for a little over 10 years. My daughter will be 11 this year, and I had this bag before she was born. When my family member gave it to me, this bag right here, it was ripped. So I sew it. I sewed the bag. I didn't know what to do. I wanted to fix it. I wanted to wear the bag, and I have a picture of it. And this is what it looked like right here. And after I sewed the bag, I used to take this bag with me everywhere. I was so in love. It was one of my first actual Louis Vuitton bags. And like crossbody bags, everything I had was like a little smaller. And I knew it had potential. The inside was well taken care of, but I knew I wanted to eventually get it repaired. Until I found out you could do it at Louis, I thought I had to take it to some special person. And I'm glad I never took it somewhere else to get it repaired. Otherwise, Louis Vuitton would have not touched the bag if I needed any future repairs. And I have a picture of myself when my daughter was a year old, or maybe 1.5, and we were at Disney World. This used to be my Disney World bag. It was perfect. And then that's the previous, and that's another picture of me sitting in my daughter's stroller after a long day at the park with the bag. This bag, original price was $1,600, and the measurements are 7.9 inches in width, 4.1 inches in length, and 8.7 inches in height. And it has one of those straps that you can size, and that drop is 10 inches. Adjustable strap, that's the name of it. It's an adjustable strap. I took it to Louis and I asked them how much it would cost to get the size replaced. I wasn't very knowledgeable about the repair, so I thought, well, if you can fix this, then you can just attach the old strap to it. And he's like, well, you're gonna have two different vachetta. And I was like, it's okay, I don't mind. It'll patina eventually. And he's like, okay, well, it'll be $60 for each side. And what I was trying to replace was the little strap here with the D-ring. And I said like 2 weeks after I dropped the bag off and did the paperwork, it was supposed to be $120, $60 for each side. I got a call from the repair specialist, and he said that they weren't going to be able to do that they actually had to replace the whole strap because they didn't want to attach a vintage strap to an item that was going to be new. It would compromise the repair, and they just want to offer you like the best quality. They don't want to do something halfway. So he said that there was going to be a new price for it, and it was going to be $367. I have never done a repair that was that much at the time, and I was like, oh my god, that's a lot of money. But they already have the bag, just go ahead and do it. So I'm glad I did, because when I got this bag, let me tell you, it looked brand new, and I have pictures of it. Now it has starting to patina, but it still has that beautiful honey color. But this is what it looked like. Very beautiful. I remember calling almost every day to see if it was done, and they're like, no, it's not done. It's gonna take a couple weeks. So it does have this leather trim here that he told me I can replace eventually, but you don't actually see it that much in the bottom. at the time I was already paying $367, so I'm not sure how much it would cost to replace the bottom of the bucket. But as of right now, it does not bother me. It hasn't have any big damages that would start to affect the canvas. When that gets to that point, I will replace the bottom, because once the canvas gets damaged, then you can't do any more repairs. The inside, it's actual leather. The outside is made out of a canvas, but the inside, I was able to read this from another website where they described this bag. It's a cross-grain leather interior with a slide pocket. These bags are usually made in Spain, US, and France, and I believe Italy. This specific one, it's made in Spain. And I'm very pleased that I was able to bring this bag from looking like no one wanted that bag, because it was almost hard to carry. I remember like the strap would dance around, and sometimes it would look heavy from one side from the other one, because I did a really bad job at sewing it. I wasn't an expert. And after it got fixed, I felt like it got plastic surgery, came back to life, and now it's perfect. It's one of my favorite crossbody bags, because I love bucket bags. If you've been watching a lot of my videos, you notice I have a couple bucket bags, and I'm going to show you what fits in it. So then again, my coin pouch, my card holder, my 6-key ring holder, and I still have plenty of room in there to add a phone, AirPods, leaf, mints. And for a zipper that's so old, it zips so smooth. That's a thing about old zippers. They're better than the new ones. One thing that I don't think it was in the bag and they added, because I don't remember being in the bag, there is a D-ring in here, which I can use to attach, and I've done it before, to attach my mini coin pouch from there, and then I just pull it out if I have some change or any emergencies I need. But I don't recall that being in there. That might just be something they added. That was probably on the newer versions of this bag. This bag, it's no longer in production, so if you get your hands on it, a lot of times you'll notice that they have some damages and stuff to the strap, but you can always get it fixed. I do have my receipt from the repair. Find it here, and it was $367, but they charged me tax on it, so it ended up being $389 with 2 cents. This was in 2019 when I had it repair. Interesting, a lot of times when I do repairs online, they never charge me tax, but when I do repairs in the store, I always pay tax on my repairs. Not sure why, if their tax is already included when you do it online. But they charged me tax for this. But they did get me this beautiful dust bag for it, which I didn't have a dust bag for this one. It was like one of those old dust bags, and I'm not sure where my mom put that dust bag, but it's a big one that can be used for this one, or like a bigger bag with the string. There you go, to zip it up, no dust gets in there. And don't ever throw away the dust bag. They're good to protect your bag, and they resell for a lot of money. I did have a hole in one of my old dust bags, and I contacted them, and they told me that they were running low on dust bag and they couldn't provide me with a new one, even though I was willing to buy it. But that's a different story. I do try to keep it full sometimes, like with air paper, to keep that shape in the bag. Do be aware, I mentioned in other videos, the more stuff you put in here, the heavier the bag. and the more weight you're adding to the strap. If in the future this strap, because it's sewn but it's also glue with the waxing, or there's a name for it, I forgot right now. If it rips, I don't know if I would replace the strap again, because as long as the bottom it's in good condition and the D-ring is in there, I can always add my reusable strap with the monogram print, and then it will be even more carefree. But that's just future repairs if I ever need to get that done. I haven't cleaned the hardware in a while, and I'm going to take everything out and I'm going to show you how I clean it and what I use. A lot of people use Brasso. I found this at my local store. Where'd it go? This right here. And I'm going to try to clean it. It's a little dirty. Looks like that. And let's see what it looks like once I clean it. And I'm only going to put a little bit because I want to be careful. Just a little bit. I actually do it with my finger. The old vintage bags, their hardware are actually made out of brass. The new ones, I'm not sure where I heard it, that they're like a brass, coated brass. They're not really brass, but I don't know if that's true or not. But it doesn't matter how dirty it looks, you can always make them look good. Some people use ketchup. That's a common house product that you can use. And the more you rub it, you can use a Q-tip to get into the little cracks that usually you can't get to. Just have to be patient. When you clean a lot of these bags, you have to be very patient. You can't rush the cleaning because you can put some of the chemicals in the actual canvas. So you want to make sure you take your time. You can do the same thing with the zipper. If the zipper gets stuck, I've seen people put candle wax. That tends to help. Or get like a little birthday candle, just scrape it around the zipper, and that also helps. I did that with one of my bags. You do anything to save the zipper, because zippers are very expensive if you try to take them to LB to get them repaired. I mentioned in another video how I asked for a quote to replace a zipper on my Pochette Sport, and they quote me at $180. So 180 is a little too much for me. With 180, I can buy myself a, say, for a small leather good. Okay, I know you could use a little bit more, but I'll show you. It looks much better. So yeah, I recommend this kind of Brasso. I've never tried the liquid one, but because it's liquid, I'm a little afraid of like spilling some of the liquid in my bag. So whatever works for you. Like I mentioned, some people use ketchup and they say that works very well. So I hope you found this video informative. It's a beautiful bucket bag, no longer being made, but you can still find it on the pre-love market. It is one of my favorite crossbody bags. I don't have that many. Now I have the Alma BB, but in the monogram, I didn't have one before this one. So, and I intend to keep this one in the family, and I'll probably pass it down to my daughter. And maybe in a few years, I'll have the extra leather pieces that need to get replaced. But as of right now, nothing's wrong with them. All right, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up.